Now I invite Dr. Varsha Das to throw light on Mahatma Gandhi. The theme of the evening is Mahatma Gandhi, freedom, rights and responsibilities. But before that, I have the honor to introduce Dr. Varsha Das to all the viewers. Dr. Varsha Das, she was also born in November 1942. She has done her MA in Sanskrit and Hindi from Bombay University and doctorate in education on potentials of traditional performing arts for inculcating scientific temper from Osmania University. Very interesting. She has more than 100 publications to her credit. They include originals, translation, and adaptation in the genres of fiction, non-fiction, poetry, radio plays, and books for children. She writes in Gujarati, Hindi, and English, and also translates from Bangla, Bengali, English, Gujarati, Hindi, Marathi, and Odia. She was born and brought up in the family of freedom fighters, and her speeches of Mahatma Gandhi are being published by Publications Division, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. Her poems and stories have been included in various magazines and journals in Gujarati, Hindi, and English anthologies too. She has been a member of several award selection committees on arts and literacy and received and been awarded by organizations like the Sahitya Academy New Delhi, Gujarati Sahitya Parishad Ahmedabad and others. At the age of she was recipient of several awards and the first one was at the age of 18. She received it from Gujarat government for her book for children. She had worked with National Book Trust and also she was a director and now and she was a trustee of A.B. Baliga Memorial Trust, executive committee member of Gandhi Smarak Nidhi, New Delhi. Also, she is a member of Visual Arts Committee of the India International Center and Gujarati Language Expert Committee of All India Radio. She is a former director of National Gandhi Museum, New Delhi, and an active member of Bharat Soka Gakkai for 39 years, which works for peace, culture, and education. Welcome, ma'am. Thank you for coming to our Asian Literary Society's Jashn Azadi program. And first of all, I will ask you to throw light on Mahatma Gandhi on freedom, rights, and responsibility.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pandiraji and Manojji, for having me here on your wonderful program. Well, as you have already introduced me so generously, I was born in the family of freedom fighters. My parents,
Yes.
grandparents, uncles, aunts, they were all active satyagrahis and they were imprisoned several times. So for me, since my childhood, Gandhiji was like a mentor to our family. To tell you frankly, I am a Gandhi Bhakt. I
Yes.
cannot tolerate anyone criticizing him.
Okay.
I firmly believe that those who speak ill of him or criticize him have not read his writings, have not
Yes.
understood
I
them.
agree.
Because brevity of Gandhiji's expressions and clarity of his thoughts have always impressed me. He was like an open book. He has never hidden anything about himself. And that's why his autobiography is called as Experiments with Truth, where he speaks everything so frankly, very unusual
Got
autobiography.
it.
He was, of course, evolving all the time. And that is why, way back in 1933, he had said, and I quote him, that I am not at all concerned with appearing to be consistent. In my search after truth, I have discarded many ideas and learnt many new things. When anybody finds my inconsistency between any two writings of mine, if he has still faith in my sanity, he would do well to choose the later of the two on the same subject. So there is so
Yes.
much to learn from this, you know.
Yes.
Are we evolving or are we stagnated? You know, if we are stagnated, we
Yes.
would be rigid, we would keep repeating ourselves all the time. So now let me speak about the theme.
Yes.
It is Mahatma Gandhi on freedom, rights, and
Right.
responsibility. In fact, all the three are interconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom without rights and responsibility is not freedom in true sense. Gandhiji wrote in Young India in 1931, and again I quote him, that if I want freedom for my country, I would not be deserving of that freedom if I did not cherish and treasure the equal right for every other race, weak or strong, to the same freedom. The highest form of freedom carries with it the greatest measure of discipline and humility. So, what I understood from this is that if a person, a society, or even a country is undisciplined and
Mm-hmm.
arrogant, their
Yes.
freedom will create an unjust, exploitative society full of divisions and disparities. So, freedom has to be ingrained with responsibility and equally available to all. Let us see what more Gandhiji has said about it. He said that if we all discharge our duties, rights will not be far to seek. If leaving duties unperformed, we run after rights, they will escape us. The more we pursue them, the farther they will fly. Every duty performed confers upon one certain rights, whilst the exercise of every right carries with it certain corresponding obligations. And so the never ending cycle of duty and right goes ceaselessly on. So this may sound a little difficult to accept and
Yes.
put into action, but in my view, this is the sure way of living a life of dignity for oneself and others. Because freedom is only the means to a greater and nobler end.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I want to say about the theme. Wonderful theme.
Thank.
Thank you very much for choosing that theme.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. I want to ask two, three questions to you. So
Yeah,
I
please.
think you can. I can. You can enlighten me on something which I was very keen to know. I have written this book on Mahatma Gandhi, but I haven't mentioned. It's called Trishti Satyagraha. But I know of someone has recently, his name is I think Mr. Bhalla, DM Bhalla, he has written on Kasturba Gandhi. So I haven't read the book, but I have read the review. So I want to ask you a question about Kasturba Gandhi's role as a dutiful wife as well as a responsible citizen. How did she manage both, and was it difficult for her, or was she has to sacrifice? Please enlighten us.
Yeah. You see, they got married at the age of 13,
Yes.
which is a crime in the present scenario.
Yes.
But
Yes.
those days it was quite common. Not only that, Kasturba was a couple of months even older than Gandhiji. But that
Okay.
was a different kind of a society. And Gandhiji was trying to boss over her, and because that's what he perhaps saw in the society, that
Yes.
woman can be she's like a slave to the man and she has to
Mhm.
do
Yes.
whatever the husband says and so on. But later on,
Hmm.
Gandhiji writes himself in Harijan in
Yes.
1938. He says that I learned the lesson of non-violence from my wife. when I tried to bend her to my will. Her determined resistance to my will on the one hand, and her quiet submission to the suffering of my stupidity involved on the other, ultimately made me ashamed of myself and cured me of my stupidity in thinking that I was
Mm-hmm.
born to rule over her, and in the end, she became my teacher in nonviolence. What a wonderful
Oh,
confession he
that's
has made,
wonderful.
you know.
Correct.
Yes,
So
amazing,
she
amazing.
was a duty, and she also participated later on, not exactly later on, but she has participated in so many satyagraha movements, and
Yes, yes. But let
she
me
was.
tell you, yeah, but
Uh-huh.
the very first satyagraha which took place in South
In
Africa,
South Africa. Yes.
yeah,
Mhm.
the first satyagraha was led by Kasturba herself, not by Gandhiji. And not
Okay.
only
Very.
that, some other women also joined her, because you
Mm-hmm.
see what had happened, that there was one marriage act which was passed in
Yes.
South
Yes.
Africa, you know,
Yes.
which said
Uh-huh.
that the marriages which were not
Mm-hmm.
according to their customs were considered
Yes.
invalid.
Invalid.
So, so Gandhiji informed Kasturba that
Mm-hmm.
our children are not like from the wedlock; they are outside the wedlock, and you are
Invalid.
not my wife; you are my pet. So Kasturba was shocked, and then she said she refused to accept this law. You know, so
Yeah.
Gandhiji motivated her and other women to raise their voice
Well.
against this injustice. So then, of course, Kasturba led that satyagraha. She was arrested, she was imprisoned, and
Uh-huh.
of course, when she said that she would raise a voice against it, Gandhiji told her that you will
Mm-hmm.
be arrested, you will be imprisoned. Will you be able to
Yes.
take all that? And she said, "Yes, I will." But then she
Mm-hmm.
also said, "But what happens if I die in the prison?" So Gandhiji said that if you die in the prison, I will address you as Jagadamba. And that is
Okay.
what happened finally in
Uh-huh.
February 1944, because Kasturba
Ah.
did die in the prison in Aga Khan
Aga
Palace
Khan. Aga Khan.
in India. Huh? So
Yes.
this did
Yes.
happen. But
Yes.
I have some wonderful episodes to
Uh-huh.
narrate, which is about
Yes.
my mother and Kasturba.
Oh, it's very nice. Very.
Yeah,
Please let
yeah.
us know.
So my mother was also participating in the satyagraha of salt satyagraha in
Yes.
1930,
Uh-huh.
and she was only 15 years old, even a few months less than 15 years old. And a couple of months after the salt satyagraha, she was arrested, and she was put in
Okay.
Sabarmati jail. And Kasturba also happened to be in the same jail. But my mother, her name was Labhu,
Mm-hmm.
Labhu. So Labhu was in C class, ordinary prisoner, and
Ordinary.
Kasturba was in A
Yes.
class, ah,
I
senior
understand.
prisoner. Yeah. Now,
Statuses.
what happened that the kind of food they were giving in the jail, my mother
Mm-hmm.
was not able to eat, because she
Yes.
found some insects floating in dal. She found some,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
some grass tidbits floating in the dal, and so she just
Okay.
couldn't eat. She didn't eat for 2 days. Then somebody went and told Kasturba that there is a little girl in C class and she's not
Mm-hmm.
eating. For last 2 days, she hasn't eaten a thing. So
Yes.
Kasturba said, "I would like to meet her. Can you please bring her to me?" So she was brought, and when Kasturba saw her, she said that, "Why don't you stay here with me in A class as my attendant?" And
Okay.
she was very happy. And
Yeah.
as her attendant, she was able to share Kasturba's food, and that's how they survived. Now, what
Oh.
happened that a couple of days later, Kasturba told her that, "Will you teach me English?" So my mother
Mm-hmm.
was surprised. She said, "What will you do with English at this age and in the jail? So she said that, Kasturba said that the letters which come here in the jail from outside, all the addresses are written in English. So those who know English, they pick up their own letters. Others are
Okay.
distributed to us. Now I
Yes.
want to read my name written by Bapu with his own hands on those letters. So I
Very
want to
nice.
learn English.
Right.
And that's how my mother started giving her English lessons, which she picked
Mhm.
up fast. And then she was able to see her own letters and bring them. Another
Such a
episode
detailed.
is, yeah,
Tell
another
us.
episode is in 1933.
Uh-huh.
That was again the time when my mother and Kasturba happened to be in the same jail. And that was again like Sabarmati jail. And
Okay.
yeah. And
Mhm.
what happened this time, that Gandhiji was in Yaravda jail at that time. And
In the
Gandhiji
theater. Okay.
in Yaravda jail in Pune.
I understand.
And they were in Sabarmati jail near Ahmedabad.
Mhm.
Now, what happened that uh, jailer came one day and told Kasturba that
Mhm.
uh, your husband is on fast. He's fasting in
Mhm.
Yaravda jail. He's not keeping very well. So, would you like
Yes.
to go meet him? Now, as per the the discipline of satyagrahis, they were not
Mhm.
supposed to get so emotional and run to
Uh-huh.
their guns. So
Yes.
Kasturba realized that no, she, although she was worried about him, but she said no, I will not go
Hmm.
to meet him. And the jailer went away, and all other jail inmates who had gathered when the jailer arrived, they also dispersed. And after all of them went, when my mother and
Uh-huh.
Kasturba went alone, Kasturba told her very quietly that actually I should not worry because Mahadev is there, Meera is there, Sushila is
Mhm.
also there. And then one sentence she said in Gujarati that "Pan apde hoye to fair pade ne," which means that it would make a difference if I am there, which shows the bonding between Bapu and Ba. And then
Yes.
what happened? A few days later, Gandhiji became very serious, and Kasturba was taken to Yaravda jail. And when and Bapu's like his health took a turn for the better after Kasturba arrived. And then at that time, Madhevbhai Desai said that Ba's visit as if gave a new life to Bapu, infused new blood, filled a new hope and confidence. Who can lose courage in front of such a bravery of Kasturba? What
Yeah.
amazing lady she
Oh, what him.
was.
She was
Yeah,
an
she was
amazing lady.
like, yeah,
Brave,
uh,
brave, amazing,
indomitable person. Though she looked
indomitable.
very, yeah, she looked
Yeah.
very quiet and submissive, but she
Yes.
wasn't.
But she wasn't.
Yeah, she wasn't.
Now, to conclude, I will ask you the last question.
Please.
My grandfather, late Hirendranath Datta, he was a strong Gandhian. Okay, so he
Yeah.
always used to tell us, Mahatma Gandhi will always be relevant in the world. So
Yes.
your take on, just the
Absolutely.
concluding. Uh,
Absolutely. Mahatma Gandhi, as I said, is a timeless person. The whole
Timeless.
world finds him relevant, and that is why
Yeah.
UN General Assembly declared his birthday, October 2nd, as an International Day of Non-Violence. Do we
Yes.
have 2 more minutes? I would like to share a
Yes.
little more. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so you see, uh, Gandhiji, when you read Gandhiji, you realize that the cause of problems in the world today, like 20th
Yes.
century and 21st century, has seen so much of violence. And that is due to unethical
Mhm.
practices,
Mhm.
self-centeredness, and
Yes.
divisive culture.
Yes.
So, but Gandhiji's feet were on the ground and his heart was with the people. He was the person of the masses. He was a
Yes.
fearless, experimenter. And that is how his life became message for the whole world in the past, present, and also in the future. In 1925, he had published something in the Young India.
Yes.
And this is my most favorite concept of Gandhiji, which is about 7 social sins. And what
Yes.
are those sins?
Huh.
Politics without principles. Second is wealth without work. Parishram vihin dhan uparjan. Third is pleasure without conscience. Fourth is knowledge without character. Charitra vihin shiksha. Fifth is commerce without morality. Sadachar vihin vyapar. Then science without humanity.
Yes.
Samvedan vihin vigyan. And the last is worship without sacrifice. Vairagya vihin upasana. So whether we give importance to principles in politics or not, it is our choice. Whether we trade ethically or not is also our choice. Gandhiji had told Transvaal Indians way back in 1910 that virtue does not consist in doing right, but in choosing to do the right. This is the great distinction between the animal and man, you know. So what do I choose when I have more than one options? So that is why the test of humanity, manavta, is what do I choose? When do I choose? The real revolution, dynamic changes take place when the minds of ordinary people change. And my mentor, Dr. Daisaku Ikeda, says, he calls it human revolution, which is like inner transformation. It is not mere change of a party or a government. Revolution can raise negative systems to the ground. It can also raise from the ground the people-centric governance based on positive values. So true, so relevant. Something which was published in 1925 is relevant in even the 21st century. Each and every word of it. That is why I'm Gandhi Bhakta.
Yes, same,
Yeah.
same. Same here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Varshaji. I must
you.
thank Asian Literacy Society, Manoj Kishan, Anita Chand, Kiran Papal, Rakshanda Ruhi, and all others for making this evening possible for all of us. Thank you, Varshaji, for enlightening us with so much of information and so much of knowledge you have given me. And I thank Balmiki Prasad Singh for his welcome and opening address. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear.
Thank you.
Be well.